Hello everyone, welcome to What's Crafting Wednesday. Sorry about the little mishap earlier. I was having a little trouble with my phone stand and didn't realize I had hit record while I was trying to get it fixed. Anyway, on to this week's What's Crafting Wednesday. Today we are going to play with this gorgeous Playful Pets DSP. But first, let's have our drawing from last week's cards. We had these two pretty floral cards where I let the DSP do all the work for me. And I had 7 comments. Oh, let's get these in my trusty little gold bag here. And give them a little shake. And another little mix up here. And then our winner is Carol. Congratulations, Carol. Thank you for your comments. And thank you to everyone for your comments. I do so like reading them every week. And I so appreciate you joining me for my What's Crafting Wednesday lives. Okay, so this week I'll be using the Playful Pets DSP, and I'm also letting the DSP do the work for me again. Last week it was a pretty floral feminine card, and this week's card will be for anyone you'd like to send a card to. I'll also be using the Banner Year stamp set, the Layering Ovals framelits. And let me get this out of the way and I will show you this week's card. And the inside. And then I just stamped this cute little envelope on the envelope for some little fun happy mail. So let's get started. I have everything pre-cut here. We're using Real Red cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And for the front of the card, we'll be layering it with basic black. Just for the inside, I have basic black cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and a layer of Whisper White that is 3 3/4 by 5. And I've already die cut from Whisper White and basic black. And my sample card is with the dog DSP, and for our card live, I'll be using the cat DSP. So I have cut this piece here for the front, and the flip side of both the dog and the cat DSP has the writing on it. This is the one I used for the dog card, and that's the writing I used on the inside. And then this is what we'll be using tonight, and there's the writing on the back that I used to embellish the inside of the card. And I'll also be using the Real Red double stitch satin ribbon and some Real Red ink. So let's get started. First off, I adhered the DSP, which is cut at, I think it's 1 3/4 by 5. And since we are making some Playful Pets cards tonight, I pulled out my paper pumpkin grid paper with the cute little doggies on it. Okay, now this here will be the most difficult part of the card, and then from here on out, it's a breeze. Yes, I have to tie the ribbon. I first was going to do a bow, and then I said, no, I better not attempt that. So I'm just going to tie it in a knot. which hopefully will be easy peasy on camera, and so far it's not. So nope, I lost it. Let's start that over. And I thought just doing a knot would be easy. All right, let me try it again for you. And if I don't get it this time, I'll just go with my old standby and I'll tape the ribbon down. So fingers crossed, everyone. Mine are already all twisted trying to tie it. Okay. Not too bad that time. And then what I did was I just took this second piece and tied it around again. And I'll tell you, when I made the sample card, it was a lot easier tying this, of course, than while you are watching me live. Okay, there we go. And then I just cut the ribbon down a little bit. You can always cut it again afterwards if it's still too long. And I put a glue dot underneath the knot here to hold that down. There you go. And as always, I put tear and tape on the back to make sure the ribbon stays secure. Just see if we're straight. Looks good. And aside from the tear and tape on the back of the ribbon, I use the Tombow to adhere it. And that will layer onto the basic black piece. And then this will layer onto the card front. Anyone else having bad weather? Looks like we're going to have quite a storm soon. I just got Harry out. With the wind, he wasn't too happy about it, but at least I got him out before it really gets bad. Okay. Now the fun part, on this card here, I just fussy cut this cute little dog. So we will fussy cut a cute little cat. Just take this one here. So who likes to fussy cut? It's not so bad. Back in the day, before we had the die cutting machines and all the fancy dies, I think all we did was fussy cut. So sometimes it's nice to go back to basics. You get so much new ideas and new tools that sometimes it's just good to go back once in a while to basics. So fussy cutting doesn't really take long. Just go all around and leave your little border around it. Let's cut in between his little whiskers there. And then once this is cut, I adhered it with dimensional. No, I'm sorry, I glued this down and then I adhered the die cut piece with dimensionals. Okay. There. So let me glue him down on here. A little bit out on his whiskers. cute. And then this is now glued onto the scalloped basic black piece. Oh, looks darling with his little tail, his little whiskers hanging over. And one other thing that I did do, just to keep this secure, I did put another glue dot underneath here because this piece is going to go over it anyway, so you won't see it. Just keeps the ribbon secure. And then some dimensionals. Get these backings off. Well, I hope if you're having some bad weather in your area tonight that everyone is safe, does not lose electricity. All right, there we go. So now I see I can trim this ribbon a little bit more. Stuck on my finger. And I had thought about adding a sentiment to the card, but I thought I would just leave it, and then whoever is the lucky recipient next week could use the cards for whatever they would like. And I just put a couple of the red rhinestones up in the corner here. Because every pet deserves a little bling, right? And then for the inside, this little strip of DSP that I'm just going to glue down here. Oh, I opened the wrong end. Do you know I never ever use the wider side of the Tombow? I always use the skinny side. I would probably make a big mess with it if I used the other side. Okay. And then we'll just glue this to the inside of the card. And now our little bit of stamping. The envelope here and real red ink. And this cute little envelope with the heart. Okay. And there we have it. Here is our dog sample that I previously made and our cat one from our Facebook Live now. And I think this ribbon here should be cut a little bit more. There we go. So as always, I love to read your comments, so please let me know what you think of today's cards, what you think of this adorable DSP. If you're a cat or a dog person, or maybe you're both. I have had cats in the past, but I am more of a dog person than a cat person. So please let me know if you're a cat person or a dog person, what you think of these cards, if you like making cards with the DSP doing all the work for you. Just leave me a comment with whatever you'd like to tell me. And if there's anything you'd like to see in future Facebook Lives, also leave that in your comment. DSP is currently on special for 15% off. There are 15 packages of DSP that are on special, and the Playful Pets is one of those packages. week from this Sunday is my Christmas card of the month for October, and it will be all about snowflakes. I can still take sign-ups for the card packets only up through this Sunday. So if you're interested, leave me a comment, send me an email, or sign up under the events tab where I have the class listed. So that is it for today. I thank you once again for joining me for my What's Crafting Wednesday. And I think Harry just thanked you as well. So there he is again. Just wanted to make sure that you heard him. So everyone have a great week. And I will see you back here next Wednesday. Thanks. Bye.